So, hello everyone and welcome to our very first meeting for GAMPRG2. So today we'll just discuss lang ano mangyari dito sa GAMPRG2, what to expect. We'll talk about the syllabus also and kung ano ang mga projects that you'll be doing this term. Now, if meron kayong questions while I am presenting, please don't hesitate to message or interrupt me while I'm presenting. All right? So, course outline. Uh, sa mga nag-GAMPROG 1 last term, you've been using Blueprint. This term, you'll be using C++ and Blueprint. We'll be talking about how to use the event dispatcher, how it's used in C++, and we'll be talking about data-driven code, like how we're able to use data that can be used for sa games natin. So, ano yung software na gagamit natin? This term, after ilang years na Unreal 4 tayo, we will now be using Unreal 5. Specifically, 5.2.1. Hindi yung 5.3 which was just released today. Okay? 5.2. Then, for IDE, we will be using Visual Studio or kung meron kayong Rider, okay lang. Kung gusto nyo mag-Notepad, okay lang. Notepad++, go lang. Basta a text editing software. Okay na yun. Alright. Then we'll be also using Fork as our Git client. So, bakit Fork? Alam ko, nakaproblema kasi si Source3 last term sa computer lab natin. So, instead, we'll be using Fork. So, it shouldn't be that much of a problem to learn. It's almost the same as Source3. Pero, yeah, it's a bit different. It's a change. Okay, any questions? It's okay. Source3, they're almost the same. Si Fork at si Source3. May mga small changes lang in between, but essentially, it's the same. I had a video? Uh, sige. I mean, I can show you naman how to set it up. Basta GitLab ang gagamitin natin. I'm not sure if I said it here. Oh my, I didn't say it here. Pero GitLab ang gagamitin natin na repository. Fork is our yung client to get our repository. So, okay, different. Anyway, any questions? Yes. So, yung
GAMPROG
gitig...
1,
Ano yan?
ano mas mahirap, sir? GAMPROG 1, GAMPROG 2?
Malamang 2.
Ah,
Nag-start kayo sa GAMPROG 1. So, for sure, 2 would be harder. Now, this
Okay.
one is quite difficult given that we are using C++. Though, it uses the same idea as the mga blueprint. Like, parehas rin yung mga functions na gagamit nyo. It's just that, kinocode na natin. And some of this is, you have to do some extra steps just to reach that function or whatever you need to do. So, ayun. Any more questions?
Thanks, sir.
On your own computer, pwede kayo gumamit ng Source3, okay lang. Pero, there's no problem naman between using Source3 and Fork. It's just that kasi pagdating natin sa lab, baka, for sure, Fork lang ang magagamit nyo doon. What's the point of using C++ over blueprints? There are pros in using C++. One is they say it does run faster than Blueprint. Two, if you remember how you used yung mga loops nyo, 'di ba? Parang ang pangatingnan, ang lines nyo umikot-ikot ng whatever. In here, it's just up to down. So that's one thing with C++. So some code kasi is too complicated to just use Blueprint. So masyado kayo ma you might get confused when doing harder and more advanced code in Blueprint. Kaya sometimes C++ is like way easier. All right. Any more questions? Okay, let's carry on. Now, for this year, they have introduced again attendance. It's been a while, ever since yung pandemic, start ng pandemic. So, sa attendance, when it comes to online class, I am not too strict about it. As long as I see you guys here, or when at least kung ando dito yung yung pangalan nyo sa voice chat channel, okay na ako. You don't have to be here exactly at 6:30, basta makarating kayo. Now, if di kayo makarating or di kayo makapag-attend sa online class, you should let me know right away, ahead of time. Alright? What else? If for some reason every week may excuse kayo, kasi I don't really ask for a proof that you why you guys were absent, or a medical certificate kung bakit kayo absent. I won't ask that. But if every week na kayo nagka-absent and pares lang yung 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 reasoning nyo, then I may question it. Alright? But if mahal pa yung kuryente, you can let me know right away. I'll be fine. No? I'll just message. Kapag online class, nire-record ko naman. Kaya, okay lang. Sabihin nyo lang sa akin na wala ko yung kuryente. Walang signal sa condo. Yeah, understandable. We can do what ginagawa ni Texon ngayon, and I think si Molino. Punta ka rin sa lab. Oh, may bago na kayong kasama. Alright. What if hindi po makapagpasok sa FUF? It's okay lang. As long as sinabihin niyo ako ahead of time. Problema doon is I cannot record FTF classes. I won't count it as absent as long as you told me ahead of time. All right. Any more questions? Online class? No? Now, kapag FTF classes, if you arrive 15 minutes late, like beyond 6:15, you are considered as late. Now, if you arrive more than 30 minutes, absent na kayo. Okay? Then FDA, as far as I know, if you get 2 or more absences, or if you have more than 4 lates, you are considered as failure due to absence. As far as I know, alam ko 2 yun. Unless we can all check the student handbook right now. Okay. Any questions here, attendance? No violent reactions here? Yeah. I also have a schedule naman for this. So we only have 5 face-to-face classes naman. So don't worry. It's not too much. But I think face-to-face classes are like essential also for this class, especially when it comes to the C++ part. Name drop nga. Sino? Nakakabitin ba yung 5 classes? Sobrang nga ako sa 5 classes. Joke lang. Is it like nung GAMPRG1 where my consultation? Yeah, yeah. There's still consultations pa rin. So, you can have online consultations, no problem. Or kung may question kayo, sure. I think mangyari lang naman sa face-to-face, probably 1 hour of teaching you. The next 2 hours is you guys coding. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Here. The plan is, where's my calendar? Calendar. Ayan. The plan is the next 2 weeks is face to face. Then 3 weeks after that would be online. And then after that, dalawa ng face to face. Tatlong face to face, I mean. Ooh. I did not check this. I guess move na lang dito sa night. Pero that's the plan. So after this, there'll be 2 face to face, and then 3 classes of online. And 28, October 5, and October 12 online. And then face to face ng 3 beses. After that, online na lahat. I will post this schedule naman here and also in Big Sky para makita nyo. But ito yung plan. Hold on, I'm just reading it. Okay. So any questions? I will post the schedule again later on. Sir, pwede mag-sit in. The problem is, full rin yung class sa Tuesday. It's a full 19 actually, sorry. There are 19 people in that class. So it's full. The only place you can sit is on the floor. Most probably. And it's at 6 to 9 na rin. Bakit 6 to 9? Kasi 6 to 9 lang ako available. Ayun. That is why it is 6 to 9. Okay lang, 5 beses lang tayo makakita. Do not worry, guys. It's just 5 times. 5 times tayo iyak. Yung iba, may mga iba kasi happy na naman sila na mag face to face. Ito, si Molino, masaya siya mag face to face. Siya si Texot. Si Velasco. Right? But, ayun. So, 5 beses tayo mag face to face. Ito, attendance. Any questions sa attendance? Okay. Sige. Now, final grade criteria, just like our GAMPRG1, it's just Project 1 and Project 2. Si Project 1 will be our endless runner again. Pero, lahat to C++. We will be learning the essential parts of C++ here. How to create yung mga components, how to spawn yung mga actors. Ayun. So, essential itong Project 1. You learn almost everything about C++ here. Kasi si Project 2, it's more of combining C++ and Blueprint. Right? You'll be creating a tower defense game. Tapos, you'll be using advanced game mechanics. You'll have API for your buffs. The well, usually yun lang naman. You'll be using struck. Sana magamit yung struck. It's not required, but struck is good. Ayun. So you learn more stuff of Unreal through Project 2. So ito sinasabi ng Unified Caps. So si Cruz, well, after this, okay, after this slide, we'll be talking about that. But anyway, etong final grade, any questions here? 20% Project 1, 80% Project 2. Wala tayong quiz unlike sa GAMPRG 1. So, uh, praise for joy. Wala kayong bigla lang minus 10% sa grade nyo. No more drag this in. Okay? So, no questions here? Lahat kayo saya. Sige nga, lagay ko ng quiz dito para may iba-iba yung grade nyo. Lahat kayo umiyak eh. So, no questions here. We can carry on. Sir, kung may mismong nabubura yung grades. Kung may missing bang components, nabubura yung grades. That's the same thing. We'll get through that. We'll get through that again. After this. Alright, we'll get there. Yung kay Santiago, may natin pag-usapan. Ayan. So, no questions here. I will go to the next slide. So, ito yung difference sa lahat ng GAMPROG na nangyayari. Which is, baka makaroon tayo ng tasks from the Unified Capstone Group. So, ano itong Unified Capstone Group? The Unified Capstone Group is a group consisting of, I think, 3 to 4 groups of people that are creating a AAA-inspired game. So, itong additional tasks that we get from them, I am not sure exactly when this will come because right now they have 10 programmers. With 10 programmers, you can do so many things together. So why do we need 30 more people, 40 more people, right? So I am not sure when exactly will this happen. If it ever does happen, it is probably just a minor role sa game nila, which could be UI or maybe animation, mga ganun. So kapag UI, ay tuturuan ko naman kayo how to properly use UI, how to anchor things, how to group them all together, right? So there's no problem kapag UI. Now, if this does happen, Project 2 would be simplified. Ida-lower ko tong percentage. There will be now a additional task here, which could be just unified capstone. Mga ganun. Could be 10%, could be 20%. We will find out. Pero for sure, si Project 2 will be simplified more para ma-fit in natin yung Project 2 while we're doing the unified capstone tasks. Okay? So, how will this simplify? Probably mawawala yung mga buff, maybe lessen ang mga towers, lessen the other mechanics. So, ayun. Any questions here? So, let me just read this again. Kasama ko ba kayo sa credits? Sure, oo! Now, I don't think naman I'm gonna have everyone do different tasks. What I'm thinking of is everyone will be doing the same tasks, but kayo na bahala how it would look like, how it feels like. Right? So the UX part, kayo na bahala dun, is what I'm thinking. Right? So, sure, I will give you the assets. I'll give you the pictures. Pero kaya bahala on how they would interact. Baka may mag-fade or baka may unique controls like analog. May analog na button or may rotating button or whatnot. So, that'll be up to you. That is what I'm thinking. Okay? Kapag UI. So, kung ganun, kung sino the best UI yung pipiliin, kasama sila sa credits, you will get also bonus points. Is what I'm thinking. Now, you guys won't be pushing or pulling from their repository, all right? I I cannot have you guys do that. God knows what will happen. Malay mo biglang sinira nyo. So what's gonna happen is you're just gonna show me like, oh, okay, ito na. I choose this out of everyone. Then I just give those assets to them. All right. So bakit minor role? Uh, Again, we do not care if they pass or not. We're just here to help them. We are literally like the interns of this unified capstone group. So kaya minor role lang ang gagawin natin dito. Si Texon, i-flash na yung ng player ng lahat ng colors. Tapos masi-seizure na sila.
So, pwede ba humingi ng opinion?
Whoa, okay, hold on. Medyo sira yung mic mo. Okay, so, ay, are you saying something?
Hello?
Ayun, okay. Ano yun?
Do you think, like, if yung unified capstone doesn't do that well, kasi diba they're the first batch who's going to do this. If it doesn't succeed, do you think that the next batches will also have unified capstone, or will we go back to the old format?
As far as I know kasi, the Unified Capstone is like a separate group. May mga groups pa rin na they're doing the normal capstone. I think this Unified Capstone group is nag-volunteer itong mga groups na to to work together.
Sir, hindi sila
Kasi,
nag-volunteer. I'll tell you that much.
okay. So, alam ko kasi there's some groups who want to work in a is it Flash? Is it a Flash? Basta parang ano ka may certain groups that we want to work together para malaking project. I think these are the people. I think.
Well,
Kasi,
kung sino man yan, sir, hindi ko po kilala.
okay.
Yun lang po.
Bakit kasama ka ba dun sa, are you taking capstone ba?
I know, I'm friends with some of the people who are taking unified capstone right now.
I see.
That's why I'm very curious about it.
Okay. Kasi alam ko they are still separate capstones that are not part of this group. Sa pagkaalam ko. Kaya I think if you check hold on. Sa capstone ito. I'm not sure kung nakita nyo to. Pero there are other titles here. So meaning separate sila. So hindi lang to si Unified Capstone. There is a separate group talaga for them. But tuloy pa rin ang separate capstone groups. Okay? So if this doesn't work, it doesn't work. maybe din na itutuloy. Maybe. But again, I am not 100% sure. All right. Any more questions for possible changes or GAMPRG? Okay. Midterm is just project one. I won't grade your code quality. I will give feedback about it, but it is not part of your grading criteria. It may look really bad, but ayun, hindi ko isama yun. Basta i-comment ko yun, right? Then, see project 2, this is where we use the rubrics again. Requirements, code quality, aesthetics, and UX. Requirements are just based on the milestones that you've done. So if you've done all the milestones, that's 60%. Easily 60%. Imagine, malapit na kayo pumasa. Then after everything else, dali-dali lang yun. Kasi code quality, there's no way you're gonna get 0 here, right? Unless it's really bad. Pero I believe you can get at least 10% here. Pasado na kayo, right? So aesthetics is just more of, well, kasi kayo na bahala kung ano yung mga assets na gagamitin nyo. There will be provided assets naman, but you can choose also to use different assets. And important din dito is audio. Audio, I am not providing any audio. Kayo na bahala doon. So that's why aesthetics is 10%. UX is 10% because it doesn't say how you should like place yung mga towers or how should the range be seen. Okay, so that goes under UX. That is up to your discretion, and I will base it on how superb it is. Ito, kung marketable rin siya and all, right? So this one is just a fleshed out rubrics. You get 100 if you follow the coding principles, marketable quality, etc. So lahat to, you can just find it here again. So if you want to go back to this, ito. Any questions here sa rubrics for for project 2? Okay. So how will you submit? We will be using GitLab again. I will give the proper naming convention. I think nga it's posted na in Big Sky. Hold on. I just remembered something. Wait lang, huwag kayo muna gumawa ng repository. Wait lang. Alam ko, mali yung naming convention ito. Hold on, sorry. Kasi baka biglang kayo gumawa ng repository tapos mali yung name, mali yung yung pangalan. So anyway, we'll be using GitLab. Add me again as a developer for your project. Then you'll be sending these repository links sa Big Sky sa Dropbox natin. So no other forms of submission will be accepted and late submissions will not be accepted. So please submit these on or before the deadline. But I think this just works for the build, right? Kasi ang gagawin natin dito is milestones. And this is what I think what was that? one guy talking about Sir David's component. Ito, si Christian. So, I'm not sure if ito yung sinabi mo na components or whatnot. We'll be using milestones. So, ito, I am not too strict on the submission of the milestones as long as you submit it right before the submission of the last milestone. Right? I'm okay if you submit it on the day before. But, hear me out. If you submit the day before, and imagine lahat kayo gumawa nun, it's gonna take me so much time to check all those that yung mga feedback na that I could have done earlier, I would have given it. And again, if if one of your previous milestones is not correct or may kulang yun, all the milestones after that is not, I cannot check it. So I think that's yung sasabi mo, Christian. Yeah. So please do not submit everything at the last date. You don't have to also submit it like on the day itself. Basta masubmit nyo earlier. Earlier than the last date, please lang. Because it takes me time also. It takes me time to check all the submissions. And kawawa kayo, actually. Kawawa kayo. Kasi since it takes me time also to give a feedback. And then bigla lang deadline na ng project. Wala na. Okay? So itong submission before build, yes. Yeah. Basta before the build. Sa project 1, wala namang build kailangan. Basta masubmit nyo before the last milestone. Kapag sa project 2, yes, before the build submission. Kasi yan yung last. No listener, you're allowed to resubmit. Yes, you are allowed to resubmit your submissions. Basta before the last milestone. So what's the 231? It is year 2023. It is the first term. 231. Any more questions here? Submission of milestones? So itong students are required to defend, I would require to defend if I see that it is you're copying from each other. Right? I will find out naman eh. Madali lang makita yun. Okay? So if I see there is maybe some cheating happening, I will ask you to defend your code. Now, please, if ever someone asks for help, do not try to give your whole code. Bakit? Kayo rin yung madadamay doon. Kasi you gave your code. That's part of cheating. Di lang siya yung malalagot, ikaw rin. And the thing is, it doesn't really help them rin eh. If you give your whole code, they don't learn from that. They just see it like, okay, sige, ganyan pala. You learn more if you are trying to code it yourself. You learn more from your mistakes and failures. Giving them your code does not help them at all. What if nakuha niya sa YouTube? Okay lang. Okay lang kung kinuha niya sa YouTube. YouTube also teaches. It's a way of teaching na rin. It's just that you're not going to be able to fully copy the YouTube din eh. Because some of the projects here are different than what's presented in YouTube. Nga, pinipost ko naman to sa YouTube pero I only give snippets of code, not the whole game. Oo, may mga nag-defend. Sir, galing yung YouTube. Sige. There are like 3 people that had the same kind of, no, actually more than 3 pa nga, parang 5 pa nga. 5 people that looks they have the same code. I'm like, okay, sige, YouTube yan. Everything else naman were it's for me that's not cheating naman eh. YouTube is there for you to learn. It helped them in one part, but it's not going to help them in the whole project. I did not call them out there. Okay. Any questions here, Milestone? Sige. Final build, you know it naman. Basta masubmit nyo on the day itself. I won't accept any more builds after the due date. And if I do not see any repository or commit, and wala. There's nothing for you to defend. Defense. I won't really ask you naman to present your code to me unless uh unless I ask naman. Pero nung last term kaya naman na you don't have to present your code. I was able to check it by myself. Okay? Any more questions? Any questions of this presentation? Okay, none. Sige. That's it naman for the presentation. Now, I'll just be showing the syllabus. It's almost the same thing naman as the presentation, just more technical stuff. This syllabus should be available to you in Big Sky. You andito naman. I mean, you'll be able to check it out there. Okay. So, what to expect? C++, how to utilize C++ and Blueprint together for Unreal. Requirements, you can check it out. Let's all check it out together. What is the requirements? Hindi kailangan ng ano? Ay, yung graphics card. 8 gigabytes of RAM. Sure. Mag-16 kayo. 16 gigabytes if ever, or maybe 12? Hirap ng 8 gigabytes eh. So anyway, so there's that. You need Visual Studio, Unreal, Fork. Anything new here? Submission is GitLab. Meron naman I have a GitLab na document. I mean, how to set up your GitLab. Nasa Big Sky na rin. Ayan. So, you can only proceed to the next activity if the previous activity is already done and checked by the instructor. There you have our course plan. So 7 weeks for our midterms, then 7 weeks for our finals. So for first 7 weeks, we'll be talking about how to use C++, why use C++, how to code Unreal in C++. So, what else? I'll have may lecture tayo, may video rin ako. Project 1, etc. Then next, here we'll be talking about AI navigation, complex object interactions, meaning yung mga yung paggamit ng API, having your own system, applying polymorphism, right? So here we'll be talking about code architecture, how your code should look like, following principles, coding principles such as like the single responsibility principle, yung mga ganun. So dito, you'll be using C++ and Blueprint. Ito kasi si Project 1, almost everything will be C++. Okay? Then here you have the rubrics again for everything, aesthetics, UX. We also have the final grading rubric, 20% for Project 1, 80% for Project 2. You need a 70% to pass. In reference. Okay. So that's just the syllabus. It's almost the same thing. Okay? Any questions? Fausto, how can we make compilation C++ faster? SSD. You need an SSD. Place your project in the SSD. Better nga to also place your Unreal engine into your SSD. That will increase compilation. 100% sure. No matter how fast your CPU is, no matter how many RAMs you have, kailangan talaga yung storage mo maging SSD. Better M.2 kung meron. Kasi M.2 has faster read and write. Right. Ano pa ba? Any questions? Any other questions? Bakit la? Depende eh. Kapag computer kayo, I mean, like a desktop, it's easy to find an SSD. Problema lang is kung may M.2 ba kayo or not. I mean, okay lang kung wala kayong M.2. There's always the SSD na HDD. But anyway, kapag laptop kasi, that's where you're a bit limited. Not all laptops have an SSD, like a way to put an SSD. Yeah. Random question. So are you guys related? Is this answered? Aaron. Hindi ko tinanong eh. Anything else? Should master? Parang okay naman yung nasagot naman lahat to. Okay? So again, what is the schedule? Calculator. Calendar. I'll be posting this, but next week we have face-to-face, and the week after that is face-to-face. Afterwards, we'll have 3 online classes. Then after that, expect 3 face-to-face na tuloy-tuloy, except for this October 2, because All Souls Day pala. Walang pasok to. So expect siguro November 9. Sorry. November 2 pala yun. November 9 will be face-to-face. And then, after that, puro online na tayo. Lahat ng Thursday may walang pasok. Okay. What else? I am available every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Anytime of that day, I am available. So you can ask questions or if you have any concerns, ayun, I will be available at those days. Monday, Wednesday, I'm hardly available. Nasa work kasi ako nun, kaya wala. I can't really reply that much kapag Monday, Wednesday. Saturday, Sunday, barely. I could barely also reply on Saturday, Sunday. Mag-relax muna kayo sa Saturday, Sunday. Or if ever go work there. And then, if you have questions or concerns, sa Tuesday, Thursday na lang. Alright. So I'll be posting that again also online, our schedule. I'll be posting it also. Any questions?
All good na po dito, sir.
Ano yun?
All good here.
All good there. So, kung wala kayong questions, then yeah, that's it for today. You guys can go and ingat kayo pa uwi, yung mga nasa atrium ngayon.